Man, I love that song. Fuck yeah. Let's get to it. Hail, travelers.
Hello.
Hello.
Greetings and salutations.
Greetings.
Oh, man. It's good to be back. So, hello. Welcome. This is the first session 0 of the new season of D&D, featuring the continent of Conflux. For more information, you guys can go ahead and push in the commands for Conflux. You can also join the Discord, as there's lots of information there in the Discord that can explain to you guys about Conflux if you have questions about it, all that good stuff. Moving on from that, we've got new players, new characters, new concepts to introduce, which we're going to use this session 0 to do that with. What we're going to be doing this session 0 is introducing the players, a little bit about their characters, a couple of new mechanics. That will be a pretty big deal for what we're going over there. And what the fuck, Jace?
What was that?
I don't know.
I told you guys. Fix your mic.
There was like a robotic cow in the background.
Anyway, so all of that stuff being taken care of. In addition to that was fucking loud. I don't know what that was. In addition to all of that, we'll be introducing all those different concepts. We'll be setting forward the plan for D&D from this point forward, and we're probably going to go over Foundry stuff. Probably going to do that off stream, so we're going to do that afterwards. So we're probably not going to do that on stream now because there's still a lot of workarounds that we want to do. But I will state that I'm really excited about running D&D again, as the community has certainly gathered up around from everything, and we've got artists, we've got musicians, we've got programmers. In fact, I think there's a sufficient amount of support that will, fingers crossed, be able to provide the same level of quality of D&D that we had from before. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. But let's get straight into it. Right back into it. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and do a round robin of introductions. So when I call your name, introduce yourself and the character that you plan on playing. Don't worry, we're going to do actual character introductions complete with more in-depth stuff during the actual first session, but I kind of want to get everybody familiar with you guys. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then after that, we're going to go into the special thing that I have planned for session 0, which is choosing from the new mechanic that I haven't told anyone about, which I saved specifically for this revelation.
What?
So, let's get to it. First, we're going to start with Jace.
Hello. My name is Jason. Jace is short for Jason. Blah. And I am planning the party rogue, Roxanna Baudelaire. So, pop.
All right. Next up, we have is Lolly.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lolly. I'll be playing Sera. She is the wizard of the party. She does have a subclass that is special to Conflux. Super excited to share all of that as we get into it. But happy to be here. Looking forward to playing.
All right. Next, we have is Nuya.
Hello, I am Nuya. I am an aspiring voice actor, and I have 100 followers on Twitter, so I'm kind of big deal. I'm playing a cleric named Dr. Evelynn Grace. She's a narcoleptic and ratchet healer chick.
Nice. All right. Undead Commander.
Hi, everyone. I'm Undead Commander. I am a campaign writer, world builder, have a book coming out, but stream here on Twitch as well. And I am playing as Sabiro Vildurin, who is going to be one of the fighters in the group. And I'm happy to be here.
And then last but not least is Kratzy.
Hello, I'm Kratzy, playing Albert, just Albert. He's the fighter, and another fighter of the group, Myrmidian. And I'm also really excited to be here. I think it's going to be a very good time.
All right, and here we go. So, to kind of give everybody caught up to speed about people that may not be aware, in the new continent of Conflux, we're starting over from the very scrap beginning. It takes place in Verum, on the same planet, but a different continent, and it takes place during the same time period that Glaeus was taking place in. Specifically, Conflux, however, will introduce brand new set of classes, brand new set of races, cultures, all kinds of stuff. I'm really planning on going all out on the creation aspect of it. So to kind of give you guys an idea, the starting characters, basically the characters that start off in this campaign, get to choose from several different cultures, which are all human. 4 new classes, which are basically reworked traditional classes, but there's only 4 available right now. However, there will be more classes, cultures, and races that will be unlocked as there is continued play. So kind of the same concept we were doing somewhat but before, but we're doing like the whole thing is going to be unlocked at that much. And I'll be custom making all of it specifically for all of this. The next thing is convergences. So convergence is a really good segue into explaining what's different about Conflux. So for anybody that followed Verum lore from before, would know about the Taladani mages. So the Taladani mages, which served Lord Taladon and came from the planet of Maltos, sent out an entire legion of colonization ships, one of which found their way to Verum. Specifically, it landed within the ocean and had no contact with the other continents due to a lot of different reasons. Not some of them I can't really talk about because it'll be spoilery, but one of the main reasons is the Leviathans that hunt the oceans from any ships or any sort of organic material they can get a hold of. So they were forced to essentially make a synthetic continent, which is referred to as Conflux now. For when they made that continent, they also sent out chapter houses, basically small, like little ports on all the other continents, one of which was found in Calcatesh, in the place that is now known as the Rift. However, due to an unknown cataclysm, the Taladani fell into chaos and destruction and vanished, or so it was thought. Within the Rift of Calcatesh, their disappearance caused magic to go wild and untamed, becoming monstrous, insane, and unpredictable, and, more importantly, uncontrollable. Within the continent of Conflux, the home continent of the Taladani, the stories that take place within Conflux will be exploring what happened to the Taladani, what the repercussions of the cataclysm are, and what it truly means to walk the Conflux. So, that being said, there's a couple of things that I need to get people caught up to speed on so they can understand it. The players represent a player's soul. Much like I have introduced in past content, this is referred to as a traveler's soul. A traveler's soul is a little bit more powerful than other souls because they possess the ability to inhabit a vessel. And now we come to the main difference in Conflux. In Conflux, the body of the character is referred to as the vessel. The vessel is a person that was once alive in Conflux, but who died during the cataclysm. And the cataclysm that causes it, which we will explore as the game goes on, caused these bodies to be preserved in time and not rot, but their souls to be expunged. So they are essentially empty shells. If you need any kind of additional reference, if anybody's played the game Mortal Shells, you kind of have a pseudo idea of what's happening here. So the traveler's souls can inhabit vessels, and therefore, boom, they're able to play characters. However, there's 2 main differences here. First is the convergence. The convergence represents what happened to the traveler's soul's original body, like original life. So every single character that is played in Conflux, the soul will have belonged to a character beforehand, which met an untimely end, which caused their soul to exit their body and be caught in the convergence of Conflux, and then find its way into a vessel within this continent. And this process is known as the convergence, which is essentially the origin of the character, or of the character's soul. And this can have all sorts of different ramifications and buffs and all kinds of cool stuff that we're going to explore. But the convergence is how they died in their past life, just to kind of give you an easy split to understand and read. Now, that being said, now we move on to a very exciting portion that I've talked about a little bit, but I have not revealed the intricacies of at all, and that is a vessel still contains within it the memories and perhaps even dormant skills of who that vessel was before the traveler's soul made its way inside. So essentially, every character is going to have the story that the player is going to be running and experiencing and essentially deciding, so their journey. but also the remnants of who the vessel was that they inhabited. And that is how we will, the mechanic that we will use to reveal that is known as Revelations. And now we will move on to that. So, Revelations are essentially going to be a mechanic that you choose at character creation. So I have pre-written and pre-set up several destinies that you will all get to choose from at this time during session 0. When you choose one of them, that becomes the, let's call it the title card of the vessel that you'll be inhabiting. To be clear, you can still be your class and still roleplay your character as normal. This is simply the tertiary story that I will tell and reveal to you as time goes on of who your vessel was beforehand, which can lead to conflict, which can lead to empowerment, synergy, who knows what else, depending on it. However, there is something that lingers just on the edge of the soul fonts, just outside of reach. A primordial being that yet still stalks the edges of the Taladani's magic. And this being seeks to corrupt, to hunt, and to claim. And as such, this antagonistical force seeks to prevent your awakening. And as such, I will give you a list of different revelations that you will have access to. You will choose one in order. However, after each of you chooses one of these destinies, one of these revelations, the primordial force chooses another. Do you understand?
Do they choose another from that same list, or?
Yes.
Oh.
So the
Is
list...
it the same list for all
They
of
get
us?
5?
It is the same list for all of you. That is correct.
Okay.
Oh,
So does it
okay.
go in order? Like person A picks this, and then antagonist picks that, and then
That
it
is
goes
correct.
down in order
back
like that?
and forth,
Got it.
back and forth. Yep,
Got
just
it.
like that.
The primordial being gets 5, 6, 5.
The primordial being gets just as many choices as you do.
Cool.
So when the person, like the first person, picks a revelation that someone else, like down the line, wanted, is it off the table then, or is it
That is
can you
correct.
repeat? Okay,
Once one is chosen by any side, it's gone.
by any side. All right.
Yeah.
How many picks were there, you said?
I'm about to give you a list.
Hug.
Ooh.
So, here is the list. Oh, something to keep in mind. This is how I will give you your starting equipment. Is what destiny you had before. So it's essentially what items
Got it.
your vessel had on them that you wake up in. So, that's another thing that you'll keep in mind.
Very cool.
All right, so here we are. I'm going to read them out for chat's convenience, and then you guys will have the list here to choose from. Your choices are the Accosted Cosman, the Thrice Burned Witch, the Forbidden Follower, the Fool, the Blind Blade, the Sorrowed Lord, the Martyr of Mercy, the Torn Page, and the Drowned Man. All right. And the first that we'll be picking is... we will just go in this order. It doesn't really matter the order. Go ahead, Jace.
I want to pick the Martyr of Mercy.
Alrighty. I'm making a note of that. All right, the Martyr of Mercy starts with a priestess outfit, a backpack, a priest's kit, and finally you get a silver chalice. All right, let me make some notes here. Oakley dokley. Okay. Hold on, making this look pretty so I can read it better. Okay, so you've chosen the Martyr of Mercy.
Mm-hmm.
I will choose... Let's see. The Primordial Force will choose the Torn Page. All right, next up to choose is Lolly.
That was what I was looking at. I think I will do the Forbidden Follower.
Forbidden Follower, you got it. All right, let me put you in there. All right, the Forbidden Follower comes with rags.
Yes.
As in an outfit.
Beautiful.
It's an ultimatum.
2 daggers.
Get it? Fuck.
Sorry, somebody did the bits thing. You get 2 daggers. You get a backpack and a dungeoneering kit.
Ooh.
Awesome. Thank you.
Congrats.
And those are the things that you start with. All right, hold on. Let me fix that. There we go. Keep track of that. Boom, boom, bam. Okay. And the Primordial Force will choose the Fool.
Damn it.
Oakley
I have
Dunkley.
backups.
Undead Commander. Your choice.
Well, I was going to do the Fool, but I am thinking about doing the Sorrowed Lord.
The Sorrowed Lord.
Yep.
Okay, 1 second. Sorrowed Lord. There he is. Okay. Okay, the Sorrowed Lord comes with breastplate, greatsword, and a pouch of blood-soaked coins.
You.
Specifically 15 gold. Or 15 silver.
All right, we got money, everybody. We
Nice.
can
Yeah,
all
good
go to
job.
McDonald's. You all pick one thing.
I can't wait to
Power gamer.
get out of the rags.
To be clear, you should mark that on your sheet not as 15S. It should be 15MS. And there's going to be a reason for that. It'll just be easier for you to track it that way. Okay.
Understood.
Oakley dokley. All right. The Primordial Force will choose the Thrice Burned Witch. Okay. And next up we have is Nuya.
I will pick the Blind Blade.
Okay. The Blind Blade comes with a katana, a sash, specifically a banded sash, excuse me. And then finally, a warrior's outfit. So it's a kimono. Yeah, there we go. Clap. Nice. Oakley dokley. And the Primordial Force will choose the Drowned Man. All right, Kratzy. Last one on the table is the Accosted Cosman.
So, wait, so do I get to choose?
You get to choose the Accosted Cosman or nothing.
Alright, I choose the Accosted Cosman.
Okay.
Alright.
There was that nothing choice. The no destiny
Wait,
choice.
can I choose nothing?
You can choose nothing, yes.
Bum bum bum.
But would it be content?
That's the rule.
You may choose nothing. That's all I will say.
So I basically like the deprived Dark Souls class. You know, yeah, I'll choose nothing.
Very well.
Oh my god. What I get? Come on.
In that case, you are fateless. And the Primordial Force chooses the Accosted Cosman. Ooh boy. Okay. Now I get to reveal what all that means. So as I was saying earlier, you all get a destiny, starter gear, and basically some nice preset lore and abilities that you can attempt to unlock by exploring the destiny that you left behind. All except one of you, that is, based in your character's vessel. And now I will explain a couple of things that chat needs to know if they want to be caught up to everything. So something to keep in mind is that Conflux will be ran at the difficulty level that I ran 7 years and 7 days at. Meaning, it's going to be brutal. I'm not going to hold back, as I'm not going to have brand new players to D&D participating in it. So I get to do the entire continent in hard mode, essentially. So now I get to reveal what happened with all the primordial choices. So every single destiny that you guys did not choose for your vessel is now a boss that I get to use.
Hey, good job, guys!
Yeah, Kratzy.
Now, the thing about it is that those destinies will now be converged as bosses that you will have to face before you can get through a certain section, which this will all make sense, but essentially, before you can move past a certain point in the storyline, you'll have to defeat these enemies. And because one of you chose Fateless, you've made the entire thing harder, as now you have to fight another one.
We'll be fine. Team bonding,
We're
guys.
fine. I have a
Experience.
Don't
fun.
worry, guys.
It's a
I'm the
strat.
main character. I got you. No.
Oh, cooly dokily, neighborinos. So now that we've gotten all that chosen, and all of your starting gear selected, now we get to go over questions, because that's more or less all the extra stuff that we needed to do. So if any players have any questions about things that are happening and things that can be expected, or if anybody in chat has any questions, we can go over that. There is one thing I will say about the Fateless. A lot of people are probably be like, "Ooh, isn't that the best one?" Yes and no. You won't have any of the extra abilities, that the others will have. You won't have any extra story connection as they will have with their vessels. However, there are certain areas in the game that only the Fateless can access. So you will have a unique interaction.
Dude,
But
you're the master key.
But I will tell you, they will be rare. So if you start to feel buyer's remorse, you're warned now that it's happening.
I gotta commit, guys.
All in,
What do you
Kratzy. I believe in you.
Let's go. More elite XP, guys.
I'll die for you, man. It's
More
okay.
bosses.
All right.
Thanks, bro.
So I'll go ahead and open up for questions now. If you type in questions in the general chat, or just talk to me on here, and I'll
I
answer
have a
them.
curious question.
What's up, Jace?
This is completely hypothetical, and it doesn't really apply for the now, but how much do you think a silver chalice would go for?
that's something that you'll be able to explore whenever we get into the game. All right, so I saw a couple of questions in chat. The first one is, will the map packs for Conflux be on sale on Patreon? So about Patreon, over the next week, I'm going to be sprucing it up, and I will be relaunching it with a couple of additional things for you guys to keep in mind. The Patreon will include map packs that we will use for basically all the content, which I'll probably release in smaller doses. But more importantly, at least I think, is that what I will be doing for the Patreon is I will be crafting and constructing a boss fight with full instructions basically once a week. I'll be dropping that into the Patreon so you can use it for your own games. So I'll just be making boss fights for people to use, which I think everybody will really enjoy. Let's see. In addition to that, I may also attach additional YouTube content to the Patreon. I haven't decided that yet or not. It really depends on how efficient the video editors that we have this time around are. So we'll probably be going over that. But yes, and to answer that other question, yes, all of the episodes of all D&D content is still going to be on YouTube. I have the video editors to help me. We're just going to be basically doing what we did before. As soon as they're done on the Twitch side, they'll be processed, edited, and then put on the YouTube side. So shouldn't be any problems there.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I wake up in basically a samurai garb and a huge sword, and my strength is 10, and I'm a cleric. So,
like I said, your vessel's past doesn't determine what your character is. You're still a cleric, but that means that your vessel was once a warrior, which could have all kinds of cool stuff attached to it.
It's true,
Battle cleric, let's go.
In the way that I play my character, I might want to go, hey, want to trade? That free stuff is pretty good.
That is completely up to you, and is no bearance on, like, your starting equipment doesn't really matter.
Okay, got it.
We're basically trading Halloween candy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Are we waking up next to each other, or are we going to find each other?
That's going to be something that will be explored in the first session.
Cool.
I do have an actual question this time.
What's up?
With the priest kit, is it like the priest pack in 5e, or does that have
a... It's the priest pack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. We should probably handle scheduling. So we only met today just because out of expediency, but we should decide on what the actual starting date for the campaign should be. I would suggest within the next week or so, but probably going to need that extra week in order to handle, or at least 6 or 5 days in order to handle the extra prep, because we got a lot of extra prep to do. So what day do you guys want to play?
Oh boy.
Say it.
I think we've all been talking about our schedules for the past day, and Lolly, you mentioned that looking at the spreadsheet, Mondays would be the best.
So I definitely put together an Excel sheet of everyone's availability. I mapped it all to the Eastern time zone. There's a PDF, I'll drop it in the chat so that you guys can see it. As it stands right now, we actually don't have any alignment on availability, but we can probably figure that out. I think there's a couple of holes that are close. So let me put it into it's in our general chat, guys.
Well, let's figure that out first, Winky face.
Okay. So I had to download it.
It's a PDF, yeah.
Cool.
And then just zoom in.
So is green
Green's available when people were available. For people who didn't put when they weren't asleep, I just made assumptions like, Commander, if you're available 8 to 8, I'm assuming you're sleeping 1 to 7, that type of thing.
Yeah, that would basically be the case.
Your
But I
presumption
am
of
able to
sleep
play a little late.
is misplaced.
And Nuya, for you, I gave you those 4 hours of assuming you were sleeping since you were open all the time.
4 hours is very generous, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a good sleep.
So they're stacked, so Monday and Tuesday, I stacked it up just so it's easier to look at it. Where we come close is Monday afternoons. I would have to check my work schedule. I usually work until 7 p.m. and Mondays are tough for me, but I can check that's the closest we come is Mondays at 3. And then the next closest is Saturdays, and this would be on Kratzy if he wants to get up at 3 in the morning, Saturdays at 9 o'clock Eastern.
Well, let's talk. Is Monday at 3 possible for everyone?
I would have to move my schedule around. I have a lot of work meetings then.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually run D&D on Monday, but I've actually talked to my players, and if Monday's the best option, then I can do it.
Okay. Do we want to? Would it work better for us to push the time further ahead to like 4 or 5, or pull it further earlier? Like which is better for you guys?
I can't go any earlier than 2 o'clock on Mondays because I have work.
Okay. Well, how about later? Does
Later
work
is
for you?
better
Lauren?
for me,
Okay.
but that gets into your area, Kratzy, if you can go later on Mondays.
I work Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, so I gotta get up early. But 2 p.m. EST is 8 p.m. CET, or 8 p.m. for me.
To be clear,
That sounds
the
great.
game sessions are going to be 2.5 to 3 hours, to kind of give you an idea.
Oh, that's short. Okay.
Yeah, well, they're stream hours, so they're going to be fairly short. At least, comparatively, we're going to do a lot in that 2.5 and 3 hours.
Okay.
It's normal time though.
Yeah. So does that work for you, Kratzy?
Like 2 EST, 2 p.m.
2 p.m. EST. What is that for me? 1?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, and that works for everybody else?
I have to check.
absolutely.
All right, go on.
I'd have to move my schedule, so I will be the contingency there.
Contingency. All right, and later
That's
is
also
better.
early for me.
Okay.
Later is better for me. I
Later
usually
is
work
better.
until
How
7.
about 4 p.m. CST? So that would be 3 p.m. EST.
That's 5 p.m. CST.
Or
EST.
sorry, 5 p.m.
Yeah,
EST. Sorry.
5 p.m. would be excellent. I could probably make that.
Then it would transition over. We'll be done at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I gotta get up at 6.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oakley dokie. Let's see.
Let's go scheduling.
Okay. We
What-
can't really touch the weekends because the commander
What
is
about
at work.
What about 3?
3 p.m. on Mondays EST.
That'll be 9 o'clock for Kratzy.
3 EST?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. What
Started
about you,
them.
Lolly?
Oh, I work until 7, so anything in that block I'm gonna have to check.
I see. Well, it looks like we're going to have to lean on that then. So tentatively, for now, it looks like Mondays at 3 p.m. CST. Or EST. Which for me is 1. Right?
For you, it's 2.
2. For you, it's
2.
2.
2. Okay.
We're all an hour ahead of you.
All
Okay.
times are in CST for my convenience. I am
I'm
time.
7 hours ahead.
All right, sounds good. All right, cool. So we got that. We got that locked in. If there's any changes for that, I'll be sure to make an announcement so that everybody knows. All right, so we can go back to questions and stuff. Oh, something I should mention. So, chat room, for those of you that are new and just arrived and all that good stuff, these players were chosen from the community, which is what I'm going to be doing in the future. So I look forward to seeing you guys join the Discord and be a part of the community, and I'll be making sub goals in order to unlock new D&D games so that I can actually afford to run them, because I don't want to run any games that are not of sufficient quality, and that is the idea behind it.
Is Nikki going to come in here later to help with the foundry?
Yeah, but we're not going to do that on stream.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yeah.
The every race is human basically, but that unless you use the stats unless stated otherwise, you has had +2 to one stat. That means not +1 for every stat.
So
right?
essentially, you look at the human race, and then anything that I've changed, that's what the change is, and everything else is the same. So since we've changed the attributes, that means you don't get a +1 to everything, and it's based off of basic human. Feats will be handled differently in Conflux.
Ooh, I do have a general question. Is like, kind of blanket session 0 thing.
Yeah.
Is there anything that anyone's like certain themes or topics that people would not be comfortable in touching upon in our party?
If there's anything like that, you guys should just at me in the Discord chat about that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Prince has the answers to that.
Yeah, I think we did that already.
You guys did that?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
did that in the interview.
I didn't do the interview, so.
Yeah. That was already handled.
Pog.
Are we going to
I
use
do
Foundry?
actually have. I have a generalized question. How many expected sessions is this to be?
All right. So now we get to the grit. The honest answer to that is I don't know. And the reason I don't know is my strategy of running this time around, as I do not know if there will be a guarantee of other games to run, since I have to be able to afford to run them. I may have to extend this game in order to kind of cover the content that I've already encapsulated. But if we presume that the appropriate support is levied on, then I predict this campaign will probably last at least probably 15 to 20 sessions, depending on how brave you all are.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Brave. Ooh.
Or 3 if we're a bunch of dumbasses and
We all die immediately.
That's true. It could also be very.
TPK.
It could also be very short. So. There's
Team
that,
Faithless, let's go!
Party wipe.
It could also
We're
be.
taking a betting pool. It's gonna be I'm aiming for 4. I think we can last 4.
Price is Right rules.
Yeah, and hopefully if we can hit if we can hit the sub goals, then I'll be able to run new games, which will be ran in conjunction, and more stuff will be unlocked, and cooler things will be happening. So there's
Nice.
that. That's the idea.
Well, I might need to contact my artist about being a samurai.
Same.
It's gonna be a little bit confusing.
Make my character naked now.
Well, the thing is it's like you don't have to do that. Like, you really don't. Like,
Please do.
That's just your starting equipment. You can trade it. There will also be items that you'll have access to very early in the campaign, like in the first episode.
Right. Okay.
So changing your entire art for something that you don't want and something that will only be there for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of game time, I don't think is a very, practical use of your resources.
Gotcha. Okay.
Going to the nearest town and shopping.
With our 15 MS.
Look, that silver chalice. You know how old that thing probably is? That's value.
A
I'm waiting
lady
to
needs
find
her
out there
tattered
is in the
jacket.
town.
Fill it with the bloody coins.
But yeah,
Maybe
so there's
there's
that.
some hair dye.
So there's that. But yeah, that's pretty much the rundown. So we'll go ahead and let chat ask somebody questions if they got any, and then after that we'll probably wrap up. Because that's all this was Session 0, go over revelations, because we've already done all of our character design and all of that. So we've already kind of handled all that.
I can't wait for you guys to see my art.
Ask your questions, chat.
Man, something... It felt really good hearing the Dungeon Master song again, let me tell you.
It did.
Oh, God, it was
You
very,
have 500 viewers, dude.
It was very
That's
exciting.
way more than we expected.
Yeah.
It's Pog.
If new classes are unlocked, will people be able to change their character if they are chosen from old submissions? Yeah.
Oh, I hope there's space for role playing. I have been practicing.
Same.
How much experience do each of the players have? That's a good question.
Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure they're all relatively experienced, right? Like, I have no brand new people, right?
Would this be a good time to...
Lolly.
Wait, you're brand new?
I am brand new.
Now that pogs my champions.
That
I
is
am
funny.
very excited.
Well,
I've had a
I
lot
had-
of warnings about how difficult this is going to be, and I'm very excited.
I have good news and potentially upsetting news.
Here we go.
And this is gonna be like my 3rd game I've ever played, so.
I think most of the
Well,
people here are actually DMs.
Well,
First game I
Yep.
played as well. Don't worry about it.
What?
really?
I'm DMing. I'm DMing.
Oh, okay. I see.
I have like 3 to 4 years, but
I was about to say that
I'm
for.
technically still learning
I have
because
20 years.
I forget about stuff all the
Well,
time.
to me, I'm not really worried about it because you will either become veterans, jaded and crafted to a razor's edge, or you will falter and die. In either case, I am entertained.
It's
I
going
see
to
good
be
content
glorious
either
either way.
Man, that's gonna make some good content.
Someone in chat asked, when our characters die, can we just transfer to a new vessel? Whoa, gifted subs!
Hey, TM guy,
that's
thanks for the
spoiler.
gifted subs. So this is actually something that's explained kind of in the Conflux explanation, but essentially, it's if your character dies, your character can be resurrected if the players are able to make it back to a soul font. So this is when we get kind of Dark Souls-esque for anybody who's played that before. Is that there will be soul fonts in Conflux, in which soul energy is kind of rapidly spewing and shifting through the live stream, and Traveler souls are powerful enough that they can linger after death. So if your vessel is killed, then as long as the body can be brought back to the soul font, then the Traveler soul can re-enter the vessel. And perhaps later, there will be a way to enter new vessels from a previous vessel.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So there's that.
Hot potato.
All right.
So I'm tired
Feel
of my
bad for you
rags.
guys to
Let's go to
possibly
a
drag
new
around my dirty
Now,
corpse.
however,
Hypothetical?
and this is the big however, while resurrection will be slightly easier to accommodate, there are some enemies that destroy the Traveler's soul. So keep an eye out for those special enemy types.
God.
Watch it be the Cosman.
It's gonna be the Cosman.
Cosman nom on all of our
Would
bodies.
you say the Conflux mechanics are inspired by Dark Souls? Absolutely. In fact, when I created this continent, I created it because of Dark Souls. Like, I love that game so much I wanted to take my own spin on it, and it's been percolating in the back of my head pretty much ever since I finished Dark Souls 2. And that was the idea.
I've never played Dark Souls. I'm gonna suck ass.
Is this
I've
campaign
played Dark Souls. I'm going to carry you guys.
Is this campaign geared more towards fighting, role-playing, or does it entirely depend on the player's actions? That depends on what's unlocked and what routes they take. The beginning is definitely going to be more combat heavy, but specifically more combat and exploration heavy. It will be less socially focused, but that doesn't mean it will stay that way.
I got a hypothetical question, Arcadum.
Yeah.
If your soul gets a new vessel, can you choose Destiny over again?
I'm glad you asked that question. If you choose a new vessel, you leave your old destiny behind.
Ooh.
And you
Ooh.
get whatever the next one is. And I will tell you, switching vessels will not be easy nor inexpensive. So don't think you're just going to switch bodies that easily. Anything like that is going to be an incredibly important choice for your character's development.
You become Poltergeist.
I just-
Super dope.
I just thought of something, like, because... Wait, no. How the Traveler Souls work. So are we the only people who are, like, being isekai'd? To put it, like, in a really
You said
layman
the
term.
word, Base.
Are we the only people who are occupying these vessels? Or, well, that's probably a campaign thing.
That is a question that I cannot answer at this time.
Exactly, but like I think of that now because it's just like, okay, what if we encounter an enemy who went through the same like convergence as us? We jump them, kill them, and it's just like, all right, new body.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because that's exactly what just happened this session 0.
Oh.
Remember the destinies you didn't choose?
What?
Yes.
Yeah. Looks like Kratzy.
The time is... Looks like crap.
Leftovers don't
Look
mind
at
it,
you
I do.
wanting to put
You
on your
killed somebody.
trying to put on your protagonist pants. I see.
The worst part
Uh-oh.
is I didn't what I spoke with the artist earlier and I was like, no, he's not protagonist material. He's not an anime protagonist. Don't draw him like that.
It appears you've chosen the back of the hand.
You're the anti-hero.
You don't want to be the hero. You want to be the protagonist.
So I have a question. In case the inevitability that we all die, when we die, that is, are there any destinies or vessels that you haven't listed?
Absolutely.
They're like secret.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All kinds of them.
Nice.
Nope, this is it, Noya. You're stuck being a samurai.
No. I'm actually really happy of the vessel I chose. It's just that my character is kind of stuck up and is very picky about clothes. So it's just...
That's actually a
Also,
great
Bureau
question.
is going to be hyped for his.
So for the art that I had, it was a vessel that I described to the artist. And based off of what it sounds like are the physical attributes still something that we can describe, or are those also set for us? Like physically how that vessel looks.
Say again?
For the vessels that we're inhabiting, the way that I went for my art was to describe how I thought that vessel would look. Are those physical attributes still something that we as the players have control?
That's absolutely your control. You get to control.
Okay. It's just the attributes.
You
Okay,
get to
perfect.
control their gender, their look, their everything you chose for your character is still true, but there's this added past that the vessel.
Got it. So it's the lore that goes with. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Basically, I got to make the lore. So.
Cool.
That's essentially how you can look at it. Also, Nikki, I think you deleted Thinkin' Stain's message accidentally. But anyway, looks good to me.
Whoa!
All right. It's been about an hour. I'll give you guys some more questions. So the past is like a second background. That is one way to look at it. It's more accurate to say that it's kind of like a pseudo power set with lore and story implications. But yes, that's essentially what it is. And I saw somebody ask me earlier how you can join a game. So let's have the real talk, chat room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach sub goals to run more games, and the reason I'm doing that is because I'm paying artists and musicians and all the stuff that I was doing before, in order to maintain the same quality for you guys to enjoy. And that has an overhead cost, so I need to make sure that I can cover it. So if you want a second game to run per week or a third game, and also in addition to that, the opportunity to be a part of it, then we'll have to reach certain sub goals. I haven't decided what they're going to be yet because I'm still trying to stabilize whatever it's stabilized at. It's pretty erratic still. But if you want to join a game in the future, the first thing you're going to have to do is be subbed. You're going to have to be a member of the Discord and participate in the community for at least a month. Although I will say the time requirement is not a hard set rule. It's more based off of, have you been around a lot? Like if you've been there for like 2 weeks, but you're in the voice chat every day and you're always talking and messaging, well then you're pretty active and we'll probably let that go. But that's essentially the idea. Are you playing on Map Tool still? We're going to try out Foundry for the first game.
I am excited for Foundry.
I hear Nikki and the crew been working hard of putting walls and hidden shit everywhere.
You're gonna use vision blocking?
They're gonna use like Fog of War and all that, I believe.
Ooh.
Well, so the cool thing about Foundry is the people that know how to use it way better than I am are essentially. So this is something I am excited to talk about. So I have map makers making the maps as before, but, and this is the cool thing, people that know how to use Foundry are going to go in and they're going to custom add sound effects, music, weather. They're going to add all kinds of stuff, lighting. So a bunch of stuff that I never used before in Map Tools because it was just unwieldy and difficult to use. So hopefully we'll have some fancy stuff that we didn't have before. And I'm excited about that.
Watch one of us die to a jump scare.
Or to a door. A door opens. Fall over.
Luckily, I said that I hate jump scares in my interview, so luckily we won't have to worry about that.
You don't have to worry about that.
Silly,
for a game.
silly Nuya. That form was
Yeah.
just so I would know what your weaknesses were.
Oh, no.
Luckily, I have no weaknesses.
And your computer won't explode
You're
like in
welcome.
Map Tools? Well, to be clear, I still have my big computer, so I can still run 14 Map Tools. But yes, it is good that I don't have to that I don't have to purchase a fucking UFO in order to run the basic program.
Arcane
Good
Street
times.
Space.
Okay, I'm just gonna jump scare my soul out of my body. I'm gonna enter a new vessel.
Yeah, so we're going to try out Foundry, basically. We're going to give that a run. It's going to be a little difficult for me because I'll have to learn a new program and combat might be a little unwieldy, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
It looks really robust.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some new options, you know, some swiggles. So it'll be pretty good, I think. Also, once again, the Patreon is where I'm going to put the extra maps that we used in Conflux. So basically, if a map gets used on stream, it'll be placed in part of a pack and then released on the Patreon so that everyone can use it. In addition to that, I will also be making a weekly boss fight, which I'll be adding to the Patreon, and I'll be announcing in the Discord when that goes down. And yeah, it'll be really helpful if people join the Patreon for the maps at least, because I can offset the cost that way. But
I hope there's no enemies that can punch out our souls. That sounds scary.
Sounds pretty cool.
oh, also, for anybody who's asking about like the list of I don't know what they're called in Foundry, attachments, mods, add-ons, modules, whatever they're called. Whatever list we end up using, because Nikki has been like custom making it for me. Whatever we end up using, I will also try to make available if I'm able to everyone to use, so they can do it the way that we do it as well.
To like make a Verum character sheet and all that.
Yeah, custom stuff. So if you want to do it in your own game, it's, you know, awesome. And is it a new Discord? It is a new Discord. If you type in !Discord, there should be a link for you there. And if there isn't, a mod can provide you with one. Will any of the info on Conflux go on a website for us to review? That's a great question. We actually have a role in the Discord called Scribe, and we have several people that have already signed up for it. Scribes will specifically be updating a Wikipedia and eventually the World Anvil itself once I get them added, and they will be updating that directly. So anytime anything happens, the Wikipedia will be updated, the rules will be updated, class options, all of that. So if any of you would ever want to use it, you can use anything that we use on stream yourself. So all that's going to be there for you. I still have video editors, so we're working that out, but we do have a couple of them, and they're going to help me put the videos from Twitch onto YouTube as well. So boom, boom, bam.
I have a question that I'm just not completely clear about. So if the scenario comes that one of us were to die, like we couldn't go to the soul fountain, our vessels just got punted into the atmosphere, would we be just
You leave the campaign and I replace you? No, that is not what happens. You just make a new traveler soul.
Okay, pog.
Well, actually, it's not.
Aren't
like,
we the traveler souls?
It's not like that. I can't reveal what happens. Something.
Okay.
Essentially, you will get to play still, but something else is going to happen.
Yeah, that was just my question of just like, oh my god, we're just gonna be picked off one by one until like it's a solo campaign and this person's struggling.
It's a
I mean, we
famous
have 3
Grassy.
backup players. Chill.
We all enter in one vessel and we play as
We're
a 5.
replaceable.
The transform.
I did it. I made it. I'm all the way here.
When will session 1 be? Session 1 should start this Monday, but we're still tentative on the time because Lolly has to do things. Is the Patreon going to be considered when setting goals for new games? Maybe. how many campaigns will be ran. Right now, there's only going to be one. So to be clear, full disclosure, I'm actually below my full-time sub limit in order to stay as a full-time streamer. So first, we're going to have to stabilize that, and then I'll probably set a goal of, I don't know, like 900, 800, something like that, in order for me to start a second game. And if we start a second game in that way, then I know that I'll have the capital in order to pay for the things that are required to make it quality. And if we're able to maintain that, then awesome.
Dang, someone is already in tomorrow. It's Sunday for somebody in chat.
This Monday as in tomorrow? Is that what we meant? This Monday?
I don't think we're ready.
I don't.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
No, it's Monday as in the 31st.
Yeah, I have to check with I'm part of the executive team at a tech company, just be full transparent, and all of our Monday meetings are Monday to set up the week.
Executive.
So that's what I have to go check.
Exactly.
So I have leeway, but it's also a very important day for us.
That would be so funny. Guys, I have D&D, bye. Just leave.
Exactly. So I'm going to see what I can pull off to be like, so this is the only time it works because we have Europeans and people who work on the weekend.
Did I just tell my job that D&D is another job? That's how I get away with stuff.
We have a guy from Florida. We have to accommodate for him, for his ass. I mean,
A guy
he's all
from
over the place.
Florida. Oh my.
We have a Florida man in our group.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Oh,
And then wearing like a paper hat and has a crocodile like right under his arm. Sorry, alligator.
He's wearing
under
an
his arm.
army.
Interior crocodile.
He looks like Bert from Tremors.
He's wearing armor of crocodiles. Yeah.
Oh my god, this schedule is whack because I'm just like,
Hold
alright,
on. Soul, you don't have to delete that message. That was just a question. I don't think he meant it negatively. To answer,
was that the...
to answer your question, yes, they know. Would you stream only once a week or just D&D or other stuff too? Well, I'll be honest, Wolf Rider. Streaming for me is pretty difficult because there's a lot of hate out there and stuff like that. So it really affects my mental. But I do know that I want to stream, and I would like to stream more. And I would also love to stream more D&D. So I'm going to try and just stream more and set a basic schedule. And then hopefully, if all things work out, I'll just get back to streaming only D&D like I did before. But, just real talk, it's going to take quite a few more subs before we can get to that point. Because I don't want to run a game that isn't the same quality on stream. So that's really the way it is.
Oh my god, this schedule, looking at the availability is driving me crazy because like every single time there's like this tiniest slot. It's just like, no, it's Cursed. Like
There's literally not a single time and single hour in the entire week where all 5 are green.
Yep.
Whoa, Undead Commander, thanks for taking it subs.
You know it, dude.
You fucking guy.
he said it was gonna do it.
Oh,
this is like sub goals.
one more thing I forgot to mention. One other tradition that we do want to keep that we had before was there will be a special channel in the Discord for people to drop fan art. Because we still have, because we have.
We already have that set up right now. So
Yeah.
at the end of the stream, that will be up and running for everybody.
Yeah, so it's okay if you aren't going to be able to make it today for session 0, but for future sessions, for anybody that is an artist and wants to drop fan art, which we already have a lot of artists in the Discord still, so you can feel free to drop them there and we'll be handled. So all that good stuff. Also, there is one person I definitely want to shout out real quick, because we lost a lot when we transitioned Discords and all of that, and there are a lot of artists and a lot of people that have joined the team, so to speak. But there's one person who just really came out and just really did a lot of work. Actually more than one person. I have a couple people to name off. First of all the mods, which the only reason that we're able to do any of this is because of the mods, so thank you to them. Big thank you to Jace, who is the admin of the Discord, who helped me rebuild everything. So big thanks to Jace.
Big claps.
Big thanks to Nikki and Matt and all the map makers that have really been helping. To Soul, who's been doing a lot of the scribing, and to all the other scribes that have been helping him. And then a big personal shout out to Krypton, who is like the main music guy we have right now, who has made so many good pieces. Like, I want to give you guys a taste, because that's how good this guy is.
Krypton is my boy. I love that man. He's great.
He's making a character theme for no reason.
Yeah, Krypton is making character themes for people. He also made a battle theme. So here, here we go. Listen to this boss battle theme he made. So here, I'm gonna play it on stream. So give a listen. All right, that's all you get. That's all you get. You don't get the rest of it.
Oh my
That's all you get.
god.
You want to hear the rest of it? You gotta watch the boss fight.
Ooh.
Pick
I'm
me up.
already
I'm
intimidated.
scared.
It's the Cosmin.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Krypton went hard, dude. So I'm really excited about that. So I just really wanted to say fucking thanks to him, because that was a big thing that I thought I wasn't going to be able to replace, was any sort of music use at all, and he just really came out of nowhere. It was funny, the first time we met, he just sat in the Discord and he just randomly started playing Tribute on the guitar, and then I just sang with him the whole time. It was crazy. Oh, man.
He spent 3 hours teaching me FL Studio.
Yeah.
I still don't understand it, but he's just so much time on his hands.
What's
so talented.
Krypton's socials, YouTube, if he has any? I don't know if he actually has any.
He has a SoundCloud. He has a SoundCloud and a Spotify.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to make a list of socials for people and then post them somehow. I'm a little hesitant to actively share them, because I don't want a bunch of people to go and hate on them, you know. So there's
Nah,
that.
my haters are my fans secretly.
So there's that. Well, it's just I don't want anybody to suffer because they chose to give me a second chance. So, but anyway, very good, very cool. Alrighty.
That was insane.
Yes, it's when I first heard it, I was just like, okay, okay.
We're all gonna die, guys.
Sounds very cool to me.
You were just telling us how much you're going to carry all of us, Kratzy. What's this turnaround?
Yeah, I mean, we got this. I played Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, and Bloodborne.
I played the Dark Souls. I'm good.
Yeah, you just gotta get good.
Just gotta get good.
You know?
All right.
That's what they say.
Is there a Dark Souls roll mechanic?
Yeah, it's called
Yeah, can I
fucking
dodge
move.
roll?
Dodge.
I
The dodge
fat rolled
action
to
is
the
just
left.
that.
It's called move. Don't fucking be
Oh.
there.
Oh, shit.
Dodge!
All right. Well, I guess that's pretty much it for session 0.
Woo!
That was really cool.
Nice.
That was very cool. I wanted to say thank you guys again for the support, for all the follows, for all the subs as well. Hopefully we can get back up above 700, which is the requirement I kind of have for full timing. And if we get up to that point, awesome. And hopefully we can even push past that, and maybe we can run for more games for people. Holy shit. Okay. AC 101 and Soulless Face, thank you for the gifted subs. That's very generous.
Can't just end a stream without you being stabilized.
Yeah, that happened in all the other streams. As soon as I'm like, hey guys, thanks for all this, and they just shut the fuck up. Shut up. They just start...
hit him with the, did you guys know about Prime Gaming?
Yeah, the Prime Gaming thing.
Was that Arcadum being humbled? Gift subs.
Are there any Amazon drops for your D&D games?
Drown, you little bitch. But yes, thank you so much for all the support. I'm not gonna lie, if I could just speak personally, I've went through a lot last couple of months. Some of it deserved, and I'm not even gonna talk about it in terms like that. I've went through a lot, regardless of how you might feel about that, and I've learned a lot, and I've dedicated myself to being a better person. I'm in therapy right now, and because I've seen people on Twitter say that I'm not in therapy. That's a lie. That's not true. Okay? So I am. I'm doing what I can to set things right. But I still need to eat and to pay for therapy. So I would like to keep doing the thing that I love. And that's what I plan to do. Whether or not people like or have a problem with that, I can't care about that. I just can't. So either you support me or you don't. Make your choice. Thank you if you do. If you don't, that's okay too. I hope you still enjoy watching the shows. But anyway, it felt really good to even talk about D&D again, and it just feels really good because I was in... Man, and running the first game is going to feel... Like, I listen... Chat probably doesn't know this, but I didn't even listen to the Dungeon Master song since then. The last time I heard it was the last episode that I ran. And just hearing it again just really... Just gave me a lot of hope. So I'm really grateful for those that are supporting me still. I won't mess up like that again. I hope that I can prove myself worthy of the second chance again. And more importantly than any of that, I hope that I can provide joy as I once did. Because that was the most important thing to me, was spreading D&D around. Not just because I love the game, but because I believed it was my personal way to spread joy to people. And I'm grateful to continue to have that opportunity. But anyway, there you go. Thanks for
the second chances.
Thanks for the gifted sub, Gasson 100, and Prince Does Stuff.
Hi.
And thank you to my players.
It's an ultimatum.
Thank you to my players for joining me for today.
Thank you, dude.
Of course.
Thank you.
We appreciate you
Love you,
running
big
for us.
guy.
It's gonna be great.
Anyway, that's all I can really say for now. Other than if you liked what you saw, please consider following. If you really liked what you saw, consider subscribing. But more than anything else, please join the Discord and be a part of our community. It's a very good community. We're very positive, and I welcome anybody to join it. And remember this:
we have community nights.
We have community nights. All kinds of good stuff, happens during that time. I oftentimes hang out in the Discord and I'll just play games or watch movies or TV shows. But yeah. And the last thing I want to end with is, no matter what you're doing in your life, I believe in you. It'll be hard, but you're strong enough to get through it.
Oh.
So that's it for
That
me.
was so wholesome.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, chat.
And I'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, chat.
See you Monday.
All right.
See you.
Time to eat the babies.